इंजीनियरिंग मैथ्स एंड एप्टीट्यूड। भैया प्लीज इंजीनियरिंग मैथ्स एंड एप्टीट्यूड के लिए कुछ बताइए। So engineering maths and aptitude, these were two words by which my comment box were bombarded through past few days. Now the wait is, I have a big surprise for you, and it is a gift because of the support that you have shown in my new channel, and I really thank you for that. Over, and in this video I will not only talk about the free and best sources on engineering maths, but also I will tell you that how to prepare engineering maths and aptitude if you have very less time. So without any delay, let us start. Now firstly, why do we have that much fear for engineering maths? The reason is very simple, that when we come into our B.Tech, we think that we have studied mathematics to get into B.Tech in a good college. But now the thing is over. Now I am here to study engineering and not mathematics. But that is the mistake. That is the one of the biggest mistake that we make during our B.Tech days. So if you are someone who wants to go in higher M.Tech or in PhD, those things, so you can't neglect engineering maths in any way. Even if you are someone who wants to join some R&D sector of a private company like Mercedes and any other thing like Airbus, and also if you want to join Barkis or DRDO, then you cannot neglect engineering maths. Only if you have thought that, okay, I will join something like a consultancy firm or maybe again a PSU, then you don't know that much higher engineering maths. A basic knowledge of maths is enough. But also to study the B.Tech level mechanical engineering, some advanced knowledge, which are vector calculus and all, which you have not studied in your 10+2 level, those are required. Okay, so now I will jump into the sources first. Now see, I will not tell you any lie. That is, I have also not studied engineering maths in that much detail during my B.Tech days. I have also learned it a lot, a lot after maybe in 3rd or 4th year, that okay, engineering maths is something in which I have to put my focus if I want to do my PhD and also M.Tech. So let me first search that Gatewala. By this time, all of you might be thinking that this guy always talks about Gatewala. Has Gatewala paid him? No, Gatewala has not paid me. But believe me, in my year, Gatewala was having an amazing team of teachers. So, I found very helpful the Gatewala platform. And in that year, they were not having any paid course. Everything was free and the free content was very helpful. That's why I always advise you to go for the free content of Gatewala of 2023 only. Those are the class contents. Now, Gatewala Engineering Mathematics, if you search Engineering Maths, yes, this is the course. You see 38 videos. So if you want to study engineering maths also in detail, so this teacher has taught engineering maths in a very good manner. Okay, you will not get bored. Okay, so this is a very important course. This has 38 videos and each videos are of 2.5 hours. This is actually not a crash course. This is named as a crash course, but this is actually not a crash course. This has more than enough for your B.Tech. Okay, so you should do this. Okay. Now, for the first time, I am telling something that is beyond NPTEL. Okay. In all of my free sources, I first talk about the NPTEL lectures, but I will tell that what is the problem with NPTEL lectures regarding engineering maths. Okay. Now, this thing is the GATE 2025, and this teacher is one of my favorite teachers. He is very much genuine because he will not fool you. Okay. Because I am not against the coaching faculty teachers. I am against by the way they fool you. But very few teachers are there who are genuine. So he talks about the fact that if you want to crack GATE, you should prepare your own strategy. You should not emulate any other topper strategy. And that is why I also tell you to do the same. And if you are someone who has still not thought about this, go out and check this video where I have mentioned that how can you make your own preparation strategy that is unique to you. Okay. Now, this series also is having a very good in-depth knowledge in engineering maths. And this teacher has an amazing power of starting everything from very basic. Okay, solving every problem from very basic. Even if he will do something without any proof, then he will tell you that this thing will require a proof, but due to lack of time, I am not doing that. So you will really enjoy the class. But see, only 11 videos, but he has continued the series. Okay, he has continued this. Now, this is one more crash course of Jadavpur in engineering maths, but I don't know that how this teacher teaches. You can try this also. So there are plenty of videos. And if you are someone who has already thought that I know that this unacademic teacher is good or any other coaching faculty teachers, then you go for that. But please start that as early as possible. Okay. Now, these are the sources if you have less time. Now, if you are someone who is his or her first year or second year, then I would suggest you to go through a book called Engineering Mathematics by B.S. Gray. Okay. I am not telling you any core mathematics book because there is a very large difference between engineering maths and core mathematics. Engineering maths is application of core mathematics in engineering field. So, like for example, if you are studying differential equation, so differential equation is very deep, but you have to specifically learn only those parts which has application in engineering fields. For example, if you are a mechanical engineer, then there is something called a method of separation of variable. In heat transfer, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, all the aspects, all these subjects are having the application of method of separation of variable. In M.Tech, most of the students suffer because in their B.Tech, they have not studied the same. So I warn you, please study the engineering mathematics. If you are thinking of joining M.Tech or PhD, please, I beg you. Okay, now, if you are going for NPTEL, so let me show you linear algebra. Okay, if you have time only. Okay, if you have time only. If you are in your third year, please don't look at this. If you are going for GATE, okay, you will not have time. So linear algebra, NPTEL. Okay, yes, this was the video lecture series. So if you want to study linear algebra in depth, and linear algebra is something that is having a vast application in mechanical engineering or any other branch of engineering. Okay, so if you want to study linear algebra in detail, like eigenvalue, eigenvectors, vector space and all, then this lecture is the answer, this lecture series. This teacher has taught all the things very well, very in-depth things have been taught, and you will not miss anything. Okay. Now, likewise, actually, I have prepared this linear algebra from NPTEL, but other than linear algebra, I have not prepared any single thing from NPTEL, okay? Because you will not get something called a course of engineering maths in NPTEL. So, let me see. Engineering Maths, NPTEL. Let me see. Okay, so there is a course. So, this course, see, the same course. This course also, I have done this, okay? Engineering Maths by this. So he is a very good teacher, believe me. You will not require any NPTEL course also. I mean, he teaches very good. Okay. But see, all these materials are totally free of cost. So please go to these, okay, if you really want to study. But I don't know that how this course is. You can go for this, but I can ensure you that that course or this course will not have much difference, okay. I mean, it has a quality. He teaches everything from very basics. Okay, so please go for those. And see, here is a course for advanced engineering mathematics. I have not done this. I am very honest to you. I am someone who likes NPTEL very much, but I have not done this up till now also because I don't have that much time. But I have learned the numerical methods because as an engineer, numerical methods is something that you should study. So numerical methods, NPTEL. Okay, so this lecture series, I have done this. You can see the red marks. Okay, I have done this. So this is also very important if you are an engineer. So for NPTEL, I have done only these two things. So if you have less time, please go for the courses from Jadavpur and the course offered by Vinay sir himself. Okay. And if you have time, go for that book, B.S. Gray. This book is amazing. And for real analysis, you should go for the book by S.K. These two books will suffice. Okay, if you have only time, okay. And if you don't have time, then after GATE also, you can study the book of B.S. Gray. For engineering maths, that is the Bible. Okay, and there are actually higher books also. So there is a book called Mathematical Physics, Principle of Mathematical Physics. Okay, that is a very advanced book. I think if you are going for GATE, then you will not get time for that. But still, I will put that in the video. I think you can see the picture of that book. So if anyone is interested, you can go for that. Now here I am stopping my screen recording. Now let us talk about aptitude. So firstly, understand one thing. That is, aptitude is not like any other subject. Okay, let us do one thing. We will search the meaning of aptitude here. So meaning of aptitude. Okay. See, natural ability or skill. So aptitude is not something that you will learn and mug up from the book. You have to develop it. And some people, some students have it already. For them, you don't have to do any other thing, but the test series are enough for you. So how can you judge? Solve the GATE PIQs of aptitude section. If you are comfortable enough, if you can solve at least 5 questions out of 10 within a span of 20 minutes, then my friend, you are ready for aptitude. You have to just go for test series and the aptitude questions which you will face from the test series, those will be enough. Okay. But who don't have, who are not comfortable, who cannot solve at least 5 questions out of 10 from the GATE aptitude thing, then my suggestion is, if you have more than 6 months time, then you will solve 5 questions per day for aptitude. You solve 5 questions per day, not more than that. You don't require that. 5 questions per day you solve for the aptitude section. But if you are someone who has less than 4 months, okay, now between 4 to 6 months, that is up to you what you will do. But if you have less than 4 months, solve 20 questions per day. If you have not started with aptitude, and if you feel that with the GATE PIQs of aptitude, if you are not comfortable with that, then please solve 20 questions per day. Why I am exaggerating so much, that is from 5 to 20? The reason is because I am sure that you will not solve the questions every day. So maybe in a week, you will solve for 4 days only. But the remaining 3 days, you will surely find some excuses. So for that 4 days, please solve 20 questions per day for aptitude. If you have not started with aptitude. Okay, and if you are really uncomfortable with the GATE PIQ questions. Okay. Now, lastly, for the aptitude, I will give you some things that can lead you to heaven. That is, again, GATE Wala aptitude. Okay, GATE Wala aptitudes. Okay, really, this teacher has something, and I will suggest you to go for this one. So this, I think, was for GATE 2023s. So these are very in-depth things, and all the topics which are generally asked in GATE, they are covered in this lecture series. And this teacher is very amazing. He will make you laugh in the class, and that is how you will not feel bored. He has a very good, teaching skills. Okay, so please go for that, and you will learn all the things. And also at the same time, you will have fun joining his class. Okay, so please go for it. I have also done his class. Okay, because when I was solving aptitude, I found that there are some topics in which I was getting problem, like clocks, like calendars. So I just covered those things. Okay, now that point brings me that how you should prepare. Okay, now how you should prepare. Firstly, let me come to engineering maths. Now this versus is for those who have very less time, because if you have time, then I have already told you that what to do. But if you have less time, then there is one thing that you should do for any subject, and especially for engineering maths, because engineering maths is something which we tend to neglect every time. Okay, so for example, we have a chapter called complex analysis. Now complex analysis is a very vast chapter, but if you are talking about GATE mechanical engineering, then you will see there only 2 things are there which are asked very frequently. Those are the Cauchy-Riemann conditions and analytic functions and the residue theory. So these are only 2 parts which are asked for most of the times. So in my time, I was not having in-depth preparation in complex analysis. So I did what? I went through the PYQs, I went through the test series, and I identified that these are the questions which are being repeated in PYQs and in test series for most of the time. So I gave an example of complex numbers. I will give another example that is from linear algebra. So linear algebra is really like nothing. It is so vast. Okay, but the system of simultaneous linear equations and the concept of eigenvalue, eigenvector. If you are covering this, then if you leave the vector space thing alone, then also you are done. That is, you can expect that there is at least 80% chance that the questions will come from these two topics only. And also from linear simultaneous equation, the consistency of the equations, the triviality of the equations, all those things. I mean, when can the set of equations are having unique solution, no solution, or infinite solution? So these types of questions are having the most probability of coming in examination. Okay, so you have to identify these type of things. If you want that I should make a video covering all the topics of engineering maths that I have found which come in GATE, then I can make that video, but please comment that if you want that video or not, because you can do it by yourself. And also GATE examination, like any other examination, it evolves so that the frequency of topics can change. Okay, and the topics which are having higher frequencies, that can also change. But I have cracked GATE in just 2023, so I have a fresh and experience. So my experience will still help you. So if you want that video covering all the important topics for engineering maths, for GATE mechanical engineering, so I cannot say for GATE CSE or any other thing because I don't have that much experience. But I can say you for GATE mechanical engineering. So if you want that video, please let me know in the comment box. And for aptitude, now aptitude also get asked from those topics only which I have shown in that lecture series. Okay, in that lecture series, I have shown that those are the topics covered by that particular teacher, sir, that is his name. So those topics are the topics from which the aptitude questions has been asked. But that is not compulsory that the aptitude questions will be asked only from those topics. Okay, that can be changed. So you have to keep an eye on the POIQs. Okay. So for aptitude, I have already told that what you have to do if you have large time or less time. But for engineering maths, you have to identify those things. Then your preparation will be very, very easy. Your engineering maths will be covered like in this much amount of time. But actually, it should take this much amount of time. But if you have identified those topics, it will take this much amount of time. Okay, so that was today's video. Now, I have seen in my comments, many of you want to get some personalized consultancy regarding your GATE preparation. And some of your personal questions, you want me to answer those. Now, please understand that I am also a M.Tech student, because of which I have a lot of work to do, my M.Tech thesis and all. And therefore, I cannot afford that much time for each of you personally. But what I have decided is I will come live on YouTube on the upcoming Thursday, where I will answer all of your specific questions. Yes, I will answer all of your specific questions. How? So I will post a link of a Google form in the description of all of my videos. The link will be live from today up till the upcoming Wednesday. This link will contain the opportunity to write your name, if you are comfortable, to write your college and in which branch you are and in which year you are. Along with that, you have to post your particular question. But please be very specific with your question. That will make me comfortable to answer all of your questions. I will also shout out the name that who has asked this question, and if you have written your name. So I am very excited to go for the first live in YouTube. Okay, so please post your questions in that Google form. Likewise, that I have made now the free sources of engineering maths. If you are searching for free sources of other subjects of mechanical engineering, then go for these videos where I have covered separately the free sources of subjects under the thermal engineering, under mechanical design, under manufacturing science. Okay, and I have also covered that based on which aspects you should decide that whether you should join coaching or not, because I don't want you to waste your hard-earned money. So I will meet you on those videos. Until that, goodbye, take care, and thanks.